Welcome back. Today we are highlighting Black Maternal Health Week. It is a time to focus on the unique challenges Black women face when it comes to pregnancy and maternal mortality. The statistics are devastating. In the United States, Black women are nearly 3 times as likely to die during a pregnancy, and that's nearly 3 times than white women. Dr. Keisha Reddick at Memorial Health says some of the issues Black women face during pregnancy include a lack of access to maternal health care, environmental factors like stress, and racial bias.
So stereotypes can also affect patients' outcomes if you have a preconceived idea about a patient, and that will then mislead you into thinking maybe this patient is actually okay, but in actuality the patient actually has a more complex problem.
And Dr. Reddick says there are some things Black women can do to help avoid the risk of death during pregnancy. She says make sure you have a healthcare provider you trust and who will listen to you, and most of all, advocate for yourself and your baby.
When you feel like something is wrong, get the answers you need, and if you're not getting them from that person, you have to find somebody else. Don't just say, okay, well, maybe nothing's right with me, everything's okay. That's not always the truth. I always tell my patients, you know your body better than me. I'm gonna ask you these questions, similar questions every day, but when you feel like there is something off and you can't put your finger on it, I need to know that.
Black Maternal Health Week happens every year and was started by the Black Mamas Matter Alliance. For more information about the issues surrounding Black maternal health, go to wsav.com/BMHW.
All right, in this Wellness Wednesday, we are focusing on Black maternal health with Mary Jo Horton, the Manager of Behavioral Health at Memorial Health. So, Mary Jo, you say there is a mental health component to this.
Absolutely. So you take not just what happens to a woman's body during pregnancy, but then thinking about how this is impacting them and thinking about how this is going to impact your anxiety, depression, fears, all of that. This is a huge component.
Yeah, just being pregnant alone can do that, and then all of the other things.
Yes, and then to think that you know statistically that your outcomes may be different.
Yes, yeah.
I can't imagine the fear then that it overlays. So you have the regular kind of pregnancy fears and worries and anxiety, and then to know that something could go wrong.
Yeah. So let's talk about what Dr. Reddick just said. She said, listen to your body because you know your body best. And that's a key point that you want to stress, right?
I think that we don't teach ourselves enough to listen to our bodies. We certainly don't then respond and take care of our bodies. We often try to shake it off or just kind of muscle through it.
Yeah.
But particularly this issue, listening and attuning and then taking the necessary steps to say, I need extra care.
And reaching out and having people to help you with that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We can't go through things alone. And the best way to navigate anxiety when you're doing something so scary is to have that support.
All right, and you say, and lean into compassion and non-judgment.
Yeah.
So what do you mean by that?
So oftentimes, I think particularly pregnant women feel guilty or critical that they're not doing everything right, or I shouldn't feel this way, or this is just tired, or whatnot. But that is going to lead us further to not getting the help and medical care they need and deserve. So we have to be compassionate. If your body is telling you this, this is what your body needs.
And ask questions. And the doctor talked about this, but this is a mental health thing too, is we think, oh, but should I ask this? Yes, ask the questions. Right?
And I think oftentimes we get very intimidated by doctors.
Yeah.
And we think to ourselves, well, they've explained it and they seem fine. I shouldn't have any more questions. But if we have questions, you know, people need to make sure they feel satisfied with what they're being told.
All right, so you've come up with some good tips, some feedback for caregivers and loved ones. So we have a full screen that shows that. You says ask questions and listen to small cues you are hearing.
So yeah, so we think about the difference between tired and fatigued.
Yeah.
There's a difference between worried and panicked. We really want to tune into how someone's describing And whether or not you're noticing small behavioral changes, we really want to attune ourselves to that person.
Because there was a part of Dr. Reddick's interview we didn't air where she said she woke up one morning during her pregnancy and something just felt off.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it could be your blood pressure, your heart rate, whatever it may be. Those small cues are going to make a huge difference.
All right, be the voice of calm encouragement to receive care.
Yeah, so I think it's really important. So oftentimes when we have a loved one and we don't want them to worry, sometimes we end up over pacifying them and telling them that everything will be okay.
Yes.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
I think in this scenario, we want to be calm, right? We certainly don't want to panic somebody who might be going through something. But we want to be encouraging them to get care.
Yeah.
We don't want to just tell them that everything will be okay and they're worrying for no reason. Let's not do that.
And we do that all the time.
We do that all the time.
Yeah, we do that. All right. And so assist with ensuring self-care is happening and find ways to help.
So
with that.
let's make sure the person is really taking good care of themselves.
Yeah.
Sometimes we're so caught up, and I think particularly pregnant women are trying to get everything ready to have this baby and to bring this human into the world, that oftentimes their self-care goes to the side. So let's find ways that we can make sure that things are taken care of for them. So it just encourages them, again, to lean to the fact that they're growing a human. We got to give them some extra support. There's a lot going on.
Absolutely. And with the statistics, I mean, what you said applies to everyone who is pregnant and growing a human, but particularly Black women we're focusing on and the stressors around that.
Yeah, I think it's really almost horrifying to know that in this day and age, we have such a disparity. And I'm so glad that there's efforts to talk about it, because this just shouldn't be happening.
It should not be. All right, Mary Jo, thank you so much. And if you want to check out this segment or any of our Wellness Wednesday segments, just go to wsav.com/Wellness Wednesday.